Mami Bisa, Engineer Mahama, just a few questions on this matter, especially with this 5-year warranty thing. What he believes is a path we must be going. A discussion we say so. Engineer Mahama, good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
Pacho, the nom zeng, eja.
The mayor of the Sebo, I was just a minister Cataridi and the pool, the baby in Kama theatre. Starting now,
Omagana who don't
for God and country.
Omagana who don't see. Opani, Minju Wajino, the minister Kase Sisiana dear. Every contractor be a crabby baby, no, I was a 5-year warranty. Within that period, no, a crano says say that warranty is binding on you. We'll take on this matter and saying.
Oh, the Mefa Queen no much a chief on our chef on the power. We'll make some nice submission, Mrs. Sia, before our offer. And that submission is premised on what the minister was talking about. But you had a very important point, very good point. I said, as I look at our master of civil engineering, it's the of that.
Raymond,
yes.
Raymond, a degree.
Mama honorary master's degree.
Magic.
Oshe, the minister and the indirectly make Makasa in a different way or form for the past 4-5 years. Because in 2018, the minister now echoed what I said. I think on city. Mekacha and say, after 1 year deferred liability period, when we issue the certificate to the contractor now, and he goes away, every other thing on the road is binding on the government or the client. Now, whatever the minister said yesterday in that proposal, which is a brilliant one, I don't have that few records I wanted to check before today's series of course. But I think they have already started one prototype somewhere in the northern region, upper east or upper west. I'll get the information later and I'll share with you. But that 5-year defect liability, it goes with a certain cost. So, like you rightly mentioned, let everybody know, sir, a contractor does not design a road based on his own assumptions. So you are right in because your last submission was just on point. A contractor does not construct a road based on his or her own engineering assumptions. When you're about to do the road construction, now you are talking about the axle, and I want to come there to support your case. You do what we call traffic count. Obey a traffic count for, like, say, a month or two, say, which type of cars normally pass you or apply these routes. When you get to know the cars which are actually using the route now, you categorize those vehicles into PC, passenger car unit, axles, and your double, 20 tires or more. I mean, they have their weight, their tonnage. Now, if you see, say, on that particular stretch of road, this particular vehicles dominate. Mostly, we even ignore. If we have 10,000 saloon cars, now you're just 5 trailers. We use the trailers for the design because these are the peak. Like you rightly said, if a contractor designs a road based on a certain design, and institutions who are supposed to ensure that those axle loads normally check it at sections on the country's corridor, they do not ensure that those long trailers, which are especially the foreign ones, I call Benin, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, and Co, who uses the central corridor, road, especially. If we do not control this, now it becomes another headache for a banter between the contractor who has finished the job, who is expecting, say, a particular weight is supposed to ply the road within that 5 years, and it's being checked by those in charge, because the contractor will not be responsible to be doing that cross-checking of the axle components and running in the same. So that is one. Number two, those vehicles and those maintenance period, it goes with a certain cost. The routine maintenance now contractor and what charge on a unit item model. Say or price, he knows that he's going to be there for 1 year deferred liability. And he nicodemously or smartly adds some few things in his unit price items in the contract. So if he says that the person should stay on the project and do 5-year deferred liability period now, if he's supposed to maintain his site camp, the site camp is a land he has rented. So there's a component that will go for the renting of the site camp for the 5 years. The minimum equipment that he's supposed to keep there for any maintenance, would be factored. Rental, usage of electricity for running operation, let me say the operation of the place, the running of the place, will be factored in the contract. So and you say like it's as a contract and some instructions say we are stopping the person from doing this, we are adding to add 5 years. No, it will go with a certain cost because the contract is supposed to be a win-win situation. It is good for Ghana that the person would now know say he's going to stay there for 5 years, but the World Bank will not cheat any contractor, or the Danida or ADB will not just say there, do that at your cost. Whatever happens, say within the 5 years, say force majeure biba, say earthquake kese biba, and your contractor any photo. That's what we call the force majeure. But he would have ensured the work. When the contractor is now ensuring the work for 5 years now, it goes to the certain component in the contract. I don't know whether you're getting me.
I get you.
Because he's now anticipating longer duration and unforeseen circumstances. If a truck, a trailer, and I say robe this mining equipment TB call so now they involve themselves in a very big accident on the road. No one scratching about half of the road now. Now we know that there will be proper monitoring. Insurance companies will now have to be active because now the contractors will now write to the government and they will chase those vehicles or those long mining equipment which are plying the road, which are beyond the certain weight, to be ensuring whatever defect comes on the road. That is where we have to get to, because on the Ebri road, for instance, way back when government has not even brought these directives, that is the reason why I say for the past 15 years, almost 15 years, the road is as new as it was constructed yesterday. That is one of our CVs. And what do we do at that time? We, as a smart person or as up and coming person who want to have the development of Ghana at heart, we negotiated with police officers along the corridor. Whenever there is any accident on the road during the deferred liability period, the police would impound the vehicle after their inspection, inform us. They will come and assess the problem. If the problem is within something that we can just do without affecting us negatively, our finances, we just allow it. But if it's a major problem, then now we engage the owner of the vehicle and we engage the insurance company. That is what we have to get to, because people pay insurance. You see how the thing is going. That one instruction now is going to have a ripple effect positively on responsibility across the board. So that's a very good thing that we have to discuss. I'm sure that moving forward within the course of the days, when you call me, I'll give you laws governing these 5 years issues. But I'm just going to get some of the information later and we'll discuss it.
Yanko, quickly on the quality of roads. Do they meet standard?
Yes, most of the roads, there were police for. Now the police on our road is the consultant. And what are we using to cross-check? Say, in human life, when somebody engages in criminality, we have the laws. In road construction, the specifications in the contract is what we use to either appraise the contractor or to write the contractor based on the outcome of our results. The contractor did not meet specification. So it is seasoned consultants, seasoned contractors. I've always emphasized this and I'll keep on repeating, say, every project, why did I say we should blacklist contractors in the country over the past 5-6 years? I've just been lamenting on that issue. It's because people have been giving contracts. You see, every contract would have some challenges sometimes because you don't have the eye of God, but you have some few defects on the road that would have been due to some small negligence or oversight. Every road project will have a pocket or two of some areas maybe depressed or you have some few potholes.
Bear with me. The reason why I be a question about say yakwano emiti standards and they say you better kwine per government specification the contract amobi na nipa ne be wie kwan no na June July ensure toya yenhu sen kwan no emu start 82 issues about supervision ebemu And issues about some amount as engineers, 10% and 5% be a 5 amount for some. When you know affect the specifications now, you can want them no.
Yeah, international contracts like where we have donor funded now. There's a lot of transparency. The tendering process and everything. That 10% kickback, no, I'm not too certain about it in those areas. But when we're having political, using some political well contracts, people are called to tables to come and take contract at a fee. Where is the tendering process? If I remember, I don't know whether it was you, we discussed it some time ago, say, can we have the media to track every contract in Ghana, especially any contract beyond 5 million Ghana cedis, say, was it duly tendered for? When we get to that stage, this issue, this suspicion of 10%, which I know it exists, will be a thing of the past, because you'll be there and people will bring you documents that but you contract with at this percentage. But this, how are they getting the contract and issuing to people in at a how? It is happening. And the media, me as a professional, I can't jump my work and do those ones, because so far at least they are properly tendered for, competitively tendered for and awarded. But those mini projects within our corridors, some slip road be 5 kilometers or Brownie Bisu, you see, PFP, maybe example, happy or salam down, somebody ought to, that right to information bill, is it actually functioning? And you do the level here. I want to know from you, because I don't have the right to information bill. Is it working?
Oh, yeah,
so now you can move to any institution and demand for documentation.
But sir, only the processes will be first one and on Zaka documents,
Yeah, but if it is a worrying trend to us, your point that you made is laudable. If it's a worrying trend to Ghanaians that we're having issues with shoddy works and people are getting, they are paying 10% to be given contract, then it is the same way that those who can easily access this information, like the media, to also step up and take that painstaking step to be getting that information about any other route. It can be motorway, example, in market, motorway, you say, contractor, tender, how many contractors tender for the job? What are the other people's rates? If we get there, we are solving the canker. I'm telling you for a fact. But whatever you are saying, this thing has run across successive government about this 10% suspicion. Some of them, because how can you be as the whole office now? Some of the document abroad say, Oscar, Fofoso, Adabrobe Road, example. Now, or say, I also a certain amount of money so that the contract is given to you. What is happening at the PPA procurement for? What are they doing in this country? So we are sleeping. Otherwise, this issue I'm talking about today, will never stop.
Right.
Especially with all our small roads, but those small roads, cumulatively, is what is killing us. But most of the time, like I said, those international highway, express roads, urban roads are big ones. The tender process is a bit vigorous.
Engineer, I know Pevedo is what Jim and Edin come on. Engineer Abdullah Mahama and Edin Komono, a civil engineer, agent thoughts on the project Raymond thrilled about to say some 120 bridges, 6,000 kilometers of routes, and 20 interchanges. One car can be a free air bar.